Don't hit me. Kai. Stop hitting me. Get your butt out of here. Alexa, play Desmond Dennis. Peace, y'all. Hopping on today. Planning on hopping on every day. Just want to tap in about this continued conversation on how to start your healing journey. And today I really want to excuse how I look a mess. I just washed my hair. Well, like co-wash my hair. I used conditioner to wash my hair. And now I'm about to style it. But I really need to eat. I just worked out. I need to eat, but I'm about to do my hair and then go upstairs and eat. Hi, whoever you are, tap in. Let me know where you from. I'm in the Bay Area. Tapping in from the Bay Area. But yeah, I wanted to speak on another point about, you know, the healing journey and where to start from. And the thought I had earlier today was self-acceptance in your healing journey. And I feel like that's a really big part of beginning the healing. And I'll tell a little story about like how I'm kind of thinking about that, or where I'm thinking about that from. I am the daughter of a hairstylist, a lot of hairstylists, aunties, mama, family members, hairstylists, and I have had every hairstyle under the sun. I've done it all. Bleach, blonde, braids, weaves, shortcuts, long hair. I've done it all. And my hair suffered a lot because of that. Peace, whoever you are. My name is Brittany Tanner. I'm a sound healer, artist, mother, and talking about sound healing. I am about to keep introducing myself, with people just about to be popping in and popping out. But yeah, so I had a lot of different hairstyles that caused damage to my scalp, that I'm still working through today. I'm still trying to fix the damage that I have today. And I believe all of the styles that I had, they mimicked, you know, like the society's standard of beauty, which is like straight hair, blonde hair, everything that didn't look like mine. I hated the texture of my hair, and didn't know how to work with my hair, didn't know what to do with my hair. So I destroyed my scalp. And like, you can't really tell right now, because of how it is, but I have like thin spots in this area, right? And so, and that's because of, I believe, self-hatred. And I believe that I, you know, wanted to look like somebody else so bad. I remember when I was a kid how I used to wish that my hair was straight, or that my curl was a little looser, so that I could look like other girls that had like, you know, like the girls that are biracial, that have, or just even like some black people that have like Native American looking hair. My grandmother had like such beautiful hair. Her coils were perfect. It was loose. It wasn't hard for her to detangle her hair. And I just wished I had hair like that my entire life. And I believe that that is a form of self-hatred. And it was me not accepting who I was and the type of hair that I had. And so that is why I wanted to speak about self-acceptance today and loving who you are. And I think that was that was one of my first phases of my healing journey, was me accepting who I am and accepting what my hair looked like. And it started off with me, like when I moved to DC, I remember my friend Dara telling me, like, your hair is beautiful, like your texture is nice, blah, 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 blah. And I, of course, didn't believe her. So I cut my hair, and then I remember I started, if I was to put some of the videos or some of the pictures on here of how some of the weaves that I was wearing used to look, it would be straight comedy. Um, so my first step was me cutting my hair short, and then I had like bleached it blonde because I was like, oh, it's still my texture. But if you know hair, and if you know like the chemical processing of color, it actually relaxes your texture a bit. So when you color your hair, it takes away the melanin in the hair strand, and therefore it makes it looser. Don't get me to trying to explain like the science behind hair color or whatever, but basically it loosens your curl, so it doesn't look as kinky when you color your hair, especially if you're going all the way to like a platinum blonde. Now, some hairstylists that are really good and know what they're doing can color hair and make it to where you're not losing your texture, because because they're doing it the healthiest way that they can possibly do it, and the hair still looks, the curl is still intact, right? But I wasn't doing that. I was using cheap stuff, cheap color, and it was damaging my scalp. And now, I'm left with trying to repair that, like a lot of black women. But a lot of black women have self-hatred. A lot of black men have self-hatred. We don't love who we are. And that's because, you know, that's what that was ingrained in our minds. That is what the society continues to tell us. That is what white supremacy and oppression continues to tell us, is you're ugly. If your hair isn't straight, you're ugly. If your nose is too big, you're ugly. If your lips are too big, you're ugly. If your skin is too dark, you're ugly. And so we still carry a lot of that, and a lot of times we don't even realize all the self-hatred that we are carrying in our everyday lives. And so for me, what it looks like to heal, and to heal in a way that hi, tap in, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know where you're from. Y'all can tap in the comments in the chat and let me know where y'all located. I'm in the Bay Area. But yeah, I hated my hair. I hated it. And me accepting my hair was the first part of my healing journey. It was because the thing is that to say that, like, oh, you hate your hair, that's a whole like breakdown of like the trauma in itself. And to realize, like, oh, you don't like yourself. Oh, you think you're ugly. Oh, you've been wishing and wanting all these years for somebody else's hair type that you were never going to have. And if you did have it, it was going to damage your natural hair. So I dealt with that. Still am dealing with it. I'm learning. I've learned different ways to style my hair to where I can make my natural curl pattern look really nice. And I really appreciate it. I get compliments on my hair all the time. But it's a struggle, because like even with this, like it has taken me a really long time to get to the point to where I don't color my hair or change my hair like every couple weeks. Like I usually change my hair every couple weeks. And like was damaging my hair. I was doing faux locks, doing braids, doing too much tension, and like making my hair thin out in certain areas. And so I think when you accept who you are, you push out everyone else's idea of who you should be, and you start to tap back in with yourself, and you start to understand and realize, like, what is it about myself that I love? And then you can start to like name those things, and then you can start to also remember the first time that you started to not love yourself, or that you started to hate yourself. And for me, just as a little black girl, getting my hair combed, I freaking remember that like it was yesterday. like the yanking, the pulling, the like, my mom not necessarily, or just black people in general, not necessarily knowing how to nurture black hair and not knowing how to, and she probably, I got a son. I hate fooling with him and his hair, but I don't want to traumatize him. And so I pretty much just leave it alone. It's a matted mess right now as we speak, but I don't want to yank his hair because I don't want him to have trauma around his hair, and I don't want him to hate his hair. I don't want it to be painful for him. But me as a little girl and getting my hair done was and then some of the things that were said, this nappy shit, this nappy as hell, you know, like those type of things can really make you hate your hair, and it's painful, it's traumatic. Um, and it can just spiral into so many different forms of self-hatred. And so the allowing my hair to be in its natural state was like one of the first parts of my healing journey. Letting go of the weaves, letting go this idea that you have to have long straight hair. um, and it's like now I just look at that so different. I look at it like, ugh, like look, your hair don't have no volume. It don't have no wave to it. It don't stick up to the sky. Like, must suck, But it took me a long time to get there. It took me a really, really, really long time to get there. And like I said, I'm still, struggling with it. I'm better. I'm better. Like this, I've had my hair like this, black and like natural in its natural state for about maybe like 3, 4 months. Kai. Um, you know, I'm accepting it. It really helps for me to nurture it. I try my best to take care of it. And um hold on, I gotta actually text Kai. Oh, I'm back. Um but yeah, so it's been about 3 months since I have had it like this, and it's been fun. It's really fun to like hear people affirm that my hair is beautiful, and that uh that like my natural hair is like something that people love. Like I literally get compliments almost every day. I mean, I can't really do hair, so my hair probably does look better than like someone who doesn't necessarily not know how to do their hair. But I just wish I would have known how to do this when I was a teenager. I wish I knew how to nurture my natural curl when I was a teenager. First of all, my hair probably would have been down my back because I would have been doing wash and goes that were so freaking bomb. Like when um but basically yeah, this was a big deal for me. This was a big deal in my healing journey to accept this, accept this nappy kinky hair. Like it's a lot, and like I've also had to do a lot of like inner child work. Like, baby Brittany, you are so beautiful. Your hair was so beautiful. Those little stiff ponytails that were sticking straight out were so beautiful. And I think self acceptance is a really lonely healing journey. I think it, again, like I was talking about yesterday, it takes a look inward, and you have to think about, what are some of the things that I am ignoring? What are some of the traumas that I'm ignoring and that I'm not trying to address, and that I don't want to face? Because let's face it, like facing our hair and accepting our hair is hard AF. Like, it's really a transition, especially if you have no idea what to do. And like, just the learning curve of like, like, how do I do this? And like, not everybody is good at like what you want. Not everyone is good at styling their hair, especially black hair. It can be really hard. So I really, you know, first of all, want to say that we all deserve grace, and that if it's something that's taking time, or if you're trying to figure out and you're having a learning curve, and you're trying to figure out like, okay, how do I do this? What do I do? It's okay to do it in stages. It's okay for it to take time. It's okay if it takes you 5 years to figure out um, who you are in your natural state. And that doesn't just include hair, right? That includes a lot of things, like who you are when you're sober, who you are when you're not drinking, when you're not smoking, when you're not lying, when you're not stealing, when you're not scheming and scamming, who you are when you're your purest form, who you are when you are tapping into your inner child. What did your inner child want? Who did you want to be as a baby, or who, your first dreams that you could think of or remember? I know for me, I always wanted to be a singer. Those were my very first memories. Were I just knew. I always knew that I wanted to sing. I was very passionate about it from the beginning. I don't have any other memories of wanting to do anything else but be a singer. And so when you tap into who we originally were before society, before our parents, before our family members, or anyone close to us, before they told us that you are unacceptable, who you are naturally is unacceptable. What did you want to be? What did you dream of? What did you eat that? Kai, why you eat soap? I don't understand. You want to rinse your mouth out? It's nasty, huh? Here, rinse your mouth out. Kai want to eat soap. His dream was to eat soap and see what soap tasted like, and see. So if that's what you want to do, if that's what your inner child wanted to do, then did you spill some on the floor? Here, don't put your feet in it. You're going to slip all over the place. Come rinse your mouth out. But yeah, just kind of remembering what your inner child wanted to do, and tapping into that. And, I don't think it's always easy to tap into your inner child. I think the conditions have to be right. It may look like you going to a place that, you went to in your childhood. Here, rinse your mouth out. Spit it out. Spit it out. I'm trying to help you. But it may look like you going to different places that you went to as a child, talking to people that maybe like reuniting with some of your childhood friends, maybe doing some of the things. And this is all an exploration, right? Like when your healing looks like exploration. It looks like figuring things out until you. All right, so I'm about to hop off. I'm gonna hop off because it just all kind of people keep calling and the live keeps getting interrupted, and I hate that because it looks ugly. But yeah, it's about having grace and kind of just like, moving your way through. It's like we're babies. It's like you can't. Everything isn't gonna be perfect. Everything isn't gonna happen right away. Everything isn't going. You're not gonna just get it the first time. It's really like fumbling around like a little baby that's learning to walk, learning to crawl. And you try out things, you test out things. You might go hiking, you might go swimming for the first time in like years. Like you might just try that out. You might try riding a bike, you might get some rollerblades, or just try to, get some rollerblades and see what that's like, and see how that makes you feel. You might look at some old journals and look at some things that you wrote when you were a child. You may look at some pictures of yourself as a baby and remember, like, these are just things that will help trigger those inner child memories and help you to remember, oh, I did used to like that. It might look like you trying some food that you used to eat. Maybe you might try some cream of wheat or something. I know some folks that still love cream of wheat to this day. Um, but like it might look like you know, trying things that you did when you were a kid, um, to help you remember who your authentic self is. And that to me is the key to healing, is being your authentic self. And learning who your authentic self is when we're in relationships, or when we're just even like in school, or in places where we're being indoctrinated and taught that you do this, and that. It is so easy to lose yourself, and it's so easy to lose who you were when you started out, and what you actually wanted, and what your dreams were. It's so easy for your mind to get clouded, and for you not to remember who you are. So um, I think that a really great way to start the healing journey is to tap back into self, and to learn and remember, help yourself to remember what it is that you love to do and who you were, and to tap back into your most authentic self. There's a lot of different healing resources on the internet. You can look up how to tap in with your inner child, how to have inner child play. Just look up inner child, and I think a lot of stuff will pop up for you. But I think it's really important to tap in with your inner child in order to connect with your most authentic self. And I think that is, like I said, has been a really huge part of my learning. Leave that alone. Leave it alone. Huge part of my healing journey. Accepting who I am, accepting this nappy hair, um, this kinky hair, accepting this has really helped in my healing journey. I love my hair. 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 I'm affirming that I love my hair. I love my hair. I love myself. I love me. I love my body in every single stage that it's in. I love my belly that housed my son for 9 months. I love my feet, my big old feet. I love all my flaws, and all the things that the world wants me to believe is not perfect. I love all my imperfections. Bye, y'all. Yeah, today's getting crazy. Peace. I hope that y'all tap in with me again, and looking forward to doing this healing with y'all.